All right, here we go. All right, so based on the review that I gave you guys, the video. Yeah, I know. All of a sudden, I want to laugh right now. I'm just going to give you some example problems. Okay, so let's just say I give you y equals 1/3 x minus 2. All right, would you guys know how to graph that? Is my first question. That's how I'm starting the lesson today.
Yes.
Y equals 1/3 x minus 2.
Yep.
All right, so can you guys help me graph it? What should I do if I'm graphing this on a coordinate grid? What should I do? Yeah.
Start at -2.
Start at -2. That's a good idea. On the y-axis, here's my value of -2 here, and I put a point there. Okay, good. Now what?
Go up 1 and 1 over 3.
Up 1 and over. Up 1 is like here, and over 1, 2, 3 is somewhere over here. Actually, sorry, it should be down a little bit. It should be like right there. Okay, and I draw a line through it, and that's my line graphed perfectly. Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Now what if I give you an equation like 12x minus 6y equals 18? Could we graph that? Now this is standard form, by the way. Standard form being, I'll write on this side of the board, ax plus by equals c, and this is your standard form.
Yeah.
No, you can't graph it. You have to put it in slope intercept.
That's a great idea to put in slope intercept, but how would I do that?
You move over the 12.
Move over the 12x. Yeah, so how do I do that? What's the operation?
You minus 12 by itself.
Minus 12x from both sides, I think you said, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully you said that. So you get minus 6y equals negative 12x plus 18. Why did I put the negative 12x first? Because my slope-intercept form is mx plus b, and the x usually comes before the number, so I just popped it in first. That's totally legal. All right, I kept it a negative 12x, and I kept it a positive 18. So that's the important key there. All right, is it in slope-intercept form now?
No.
So what do I have to do?
You divide 6. Yeah.
Divide by negative 6 on both sides. Okay, now this is a very key point here that I'm going to draw your attention to. What does the equation become?
Positive.
It's become 2.
12x negative 18.
So what should I write?
2x plus
2x plus 3.
Y equals 2x plus 3. Now I'm willing to bet not every single person in this room knows how I got, like this part, negative 6 divided by negative 6, fine, it's 1. But how you got from here to here, I'm willing to bet half the class doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, you do. You just divide.
Can you explain that?
So what I did, here's the breakdown. I left space in between so I could show that work in between. Y equals negative 12x over negative 6 plus 18 over negative 6. Okay? That's the in-between step that should hopefully explain how I got from here to here.
It should be negative 10. It shouldn't be plus 3.
It should be a negative 3? Thank you. Yeah, that's a good catch. It should be a minus 3 there. Okay? So all I did was just divide each of these two terms by negative 6 separately. That's totally legal. And then simplified. Okay? And now I can graph it because I know my y-intercept is negative 3 and my slope is 2. So my m is equal to 2 here and my b value is equal to negative 3. Okay? And it looks something like that. And then you can graph that. Okay. Here's another type of question you might get in the realm of the 3 types of linear equations. What if I were to give you 2 points? 1, 6 and 2, 3. You know, just random numbers. All right, now I know how to graph this because all I need to do is take the 2 points, 1, 6 and 2, 3, and then plot them and draw a line through them. I can do that. But what if I just told you give me the equation of a line?
y2 minus y1 takes 2
Yeah, that's correct, but so hold on. y2 minus y1 over, yeah, x2 minus x1. Why do we do that, Sabrina? What is that?
to find the slope.
To find the slope value. That's absolutely correct. Good job. Okay. So yeah, I can use these 2 points to find the slope. So let's see how we do this. Let's find the slope. All right. So I'm just going to make this my x2 y2 and this is my x1 y1. Did anyone solve for the slope here that knows it already?
3 over 1.
3 over 1.
Or, yeah, no, is it negative 1?
Yeah, it might be negative 1. So equals negative 3 over 1 or 3 over negative 1. Doesn't matter because this is equal to 3 over negative 1, which is equal to negative 3 over 1. Those are all the same value. Negative top, negative bottom, negative just neutral to the side. Okay, so that's good. So we have a point and we have the slope. Now there's actually two routes you can go. You can take all this information and put it into our standard slope-intercept form. Not standard slope-intercept, our usual slope-intercept form. Okay, which is y equals mx plus b. And there's a strategy to get with this information here that we have to get it into y equals mx plus b. We're going to go over that. I can also put it in point slope form, which is actually easier, and you can do it in one step. The formula for point slope is, from anyone that watched the video, which should be all of you, do we know the format of point slope? It's also on your reference sheet. Can you look at the reference sheet and find that point slope form?
Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1.
M parentheses x minus x1. Exactly right. Where m is the slope and x1 and y1 are one of the 2 points, you pick one. You can use the x1, y1. You can even pick the x2, y2, and it will still work out. Okay? So I'm going to erase a little bit so I have room to work. I'm going to show you both strategies here. And it's the same equation, just in different forms. I think you guys probably know how to do this. Maybe. So with this given information, and I'm trying to get it into slope-intercept form, what do I do? Because I will give you problems like this. It's going to be, by the way, this whole unit is system of equations. I just need to get into the linear equations so we're comfortable with them, rearranging them, so on and so forth. So how do I get into y equals mx plus b format? I know we're kind of using our brains, thinking back to algebra 1. Tyler?
You gotta find the y-intercept, right?
You have to find the y-intercept, is absolutely right. So how do I do that?
You pick one of the points and you do the slope until you go across the y-intercept.
I think what you're saying is correct. You do definitely pick one of the 2 points. So my current, based off this slope, my current equation is just that y equals, and let's erase this because that was from before. Y equals negative 3x plus b, because I know my slope is negative 3, but I don't know my b value. So Tyler suggested plugging in the points. Hopefully this process rings a bell. Tyler, which one of the 2 points do you want? 1, 6. Okay, it makes it a little bit easier to use the like, and 1 there is going to help out. So 6 equals negative 3 times 1 plus b. Okay, I just plugged in my y value with this y value here, my x with that x value there, and now that's an equation with a single variable. I can solve for the value of that single variable. Okay, 6 equals negative 3 plus b, add 3 to both sides. B is equal to 9. So now I can rewrite that equation as y equals negative 3x plus 9. Okay? Did I lose you guys? Think about that. I took this information here. That's where we started. Found the slope. Used slope-intercept equation. Had to still solve for b. I solved for b. And I finally got my equation here. Now I'm going to show you why point slope actually would be the preferred strategy here. On SATs, you might see equation in standard, slope-intercept, or point slope. And they might ask you to compare the equations. Do they have the same slope? Are they parallel? Are they perpendicular? You need to be able to switch from all the formats to each other. So this lesson will really help you with SATs. Here's my point slope. It's going to be in one step, right? Watch this. And I'm going to use the same point. I have to pick one of the points like I did before. So y minus 6 equals negative 3x minus 1. And I'm done. That's actually a valid format of an equation. If I graph this one, or if I graph that one, I'll get the same exact line. This is just point slope based off of, well, there's a point in it, 1 comma 6, right? The point that I used was 1 comma 6. And my slope, m equals 3. So just please pay attention to the fact that I did switch the signs from point slope. My x and y value were positive 1, positive 6. But in the equation, they become negative 1, negative 6. So if you're going to take this shortcut, you have to pay attention to flipping the sign.
We're gonna have to put it in point slope.
I might ask you, here's an equation, put it in point slope form. Or here's a standard one, put it in slope intercept form. Or here's 2 points, find me an equation in standard or slope intercept or point slope. Okay, not too much of your test will be on this. 4 questions probably at the beginning, and then a lot of systems of equation stuff. Okay? So you'll get to practice this on the worksheet. I kind of already covered, I think, everything I need to. 3 different forms. Standard. Maybe can we just talk about one more thing before I finish technically? If I want to move from this equation back to here, I can actually do that. I can switch from point slope over to slope intercept. But how would I do that? What are your guys' thoughts? How would I go from here to here? There's a way. All I got to do is just maybe simplify this. Distribute the -3 over here and here. Add 6 to both sides when I'm done with that, right? After I'm done that, I'll add 6 to both sides. And you'll actually get that same format. If you don't believe me, let's just do it real quick. All right, what's -3 times x minus 1? What does that become?
Negative 3x and 3.
Negative 3x plus 3, exactly. Now what do?
Move the 6.
Add 6 to both sides. Y equals -3x plus 9. Whoa, look at that. Coincidence? No, it's not a coincidence. Okay? So standard, point slope, slope intercept, those are your 3 forms. You get started on the homework in just a bit about that. All right, let me just stop recording.